Lake Washington.
The one, Graham Trucking, J. Michael Kelly.
And Jeff, you asked me last night, we didn't get the and therefore was not able to compete head-to-head with Jimmy Shane and the Alberto, who walked away with the oldest active motorsports trophy. So let's hope we keep it clean here this week, and if we do, you are going to see these two boats hook up, and it'll be a barn burner.
And across the start-finish line and on the clock now, the one, Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly from Lake Washington.
What a rooster tail. That's indicative of some speed behind him as he comes out of the exit pit, moves it sharply down inside, and goes down the backside.
Lane number one, Tony?
Lane number one.
Hugging the booty line?
Out of the boogie.
Up the backstretch. J. Michael Kelly. This is Jimmy Shane's ride from a year ago, the one, Graham Trucking. And into turn number 3. At the apex and down to turn number 4, and at the exit pin swinging out a little bit wide. A lot of boat speed out there. Lane number 3 at the exit pin to turn number 4, and we'll get them across the Northern Quest Resort Casino start finish line. On the clock for lap number 1, Fast Friday for the one, Graham Trucking at a 158.275 miles per hour. Not quite enough to take over Johnson.
Across the top of the rollers now, he's got a lot of speed coming out of this turn. He didn't lose anything there. Coming down the other side for you there, Michael, and I think he's keeping himself in lane 2, lane 1. He's bouncing back and forth there a little bit.
Well, I think we heard from some of the other drivers, maybe Cal Fish, saying that lane 1 was a little bit rough inside. It was maybe it's John Zimmerman, and that lane 2 might be a better option.
It does look that way.
Top end of the course had great boat speed from number 3 into number 4 in our 4-corner super speedway. Lane number 2 at the exit pit, and coming down the front stretch to the Northern Quest Resort Casino start finish line. J. Michael Kelly and the one, Graham Trucking at 160.656 miles per hour. Our new qualifying leader on Fastback Friday.
He's still keeping a straight line. Just got a little bit of a look up underneath there, and he's keeping it straight on it. This is going to be a beauty as he comes down the back.
Yeah, looking smooth after going through that turn number 2. A little bit of a bounce there. Sponson to Sponson. Up the back stretch. Beautiful red boat. The one, Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly. Into turn number 3 at the west end of the course. Lake Wallula on the Columbia River. Hanging it out there on that skid pit. Great turn at the top end of the course, and this is going to be a good lap. Turn number 4 at the exit pin in lane number 2 to the Northern Quest Resort Casino start finish line in a 161.197 miles per hour, gaining about 2 miles per hour each lap out.
But every time I went back and checked, I couldn't find where Mike had ever driven this boat. He had always driven the T5, the one that is now the black boat. So I asked Mike in Detroit how much time he'd spent aboard this particular hull. He said he only ran it once. So this is basically... He had a lot of air under it, Tony.
Boy, he sure does. You can see all the way through the back end by the chutes as he did set it up really high, and he got himself right out of the corner. You talk about quick entry. There's both of them right there.
Yeah, that was a great turn number 2. Did not slow off a lot of speed there at the exit pin up the backstretch. It is the one, Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly. Now earlier at 161.197 miles per hour. Sitting in 3rd right now in our qualification behind the Alberto and also the Les Schwab Tires Team Red Dot. Coming across exit pin turn number 4 onto the front stretch to the Northern Quest Resort Casino start finish line. And first lap at 159.591 miles per hour. Can he boost it up by 4 or 5 miles per hour and take over that top spot?
Got a little bit of air there on the left side, still bouncing a little bit on the left side. Got a little bit too much air on that one. We'll see what he does to make it up here on the backside.
Yeah, that did not look as smooth from our vantage point, Tony, over towards Tire Factory turn number 2 as that previous lap up the backstretch. J. Michael Kelly and the one, Graham Trucking, and we talk about all the different combinations with the boat setup, gearbox, propeller. engine. What about the interchangeable parts with the drivers? Jimmy Shane in this boat last year, J. Michael Kelly this year, Brad.
Well, and I've talked to both of them about it, and they both will tell you that they still have a lot to learn about these two boats. They are both learning new hulls this year. Jimmy, every time you ask him about the Alberto, he just simply says it's really loose and it's really fast. And he likes to fly the boat. Of course, the more you put it up in the air, the faster you can go. That's less drag. You get the same conversation learning these boats. And J. Michael's coming through the corner here. This one looks a little hotter down here this time. How did he do on lap 2?
159.280, so he lost just a little bit in lap number 2.
A bit tighter as he came out of the exit pit, guys.
Of the backstretch. Put it all the way to 1 Graham Trucking with James Michael Kelly out of Monty Lake, Washington. Top lap speed so far, good for 3rd place in our qualification past lap Friday at 161.197 miles per hour. The speed to beat Jimmy Shane and the Alberto at 163.247. Very tight. Lane number 1 at the exit pit to turn number 4 down the straight. Front straight to the Northern Quest Resort Casino start finish line at a 161.016. So unable to top his earlier speed.